I do not like doing videos like this. I don't. I really don't. I'm gonna be like a debate bro. No, I'm just gonna debunk this video. Alright. The immorality of zoophilia. Really. Now, for some context, a little bit of the lore, I guess. Dan's Burst Studios used to be a friend of mine. I mean, we don't really talk that much anymore, though, and we only come. I only really contact him if he contacts me first. But we used to really communicate. We used to agree on one thing that Sawtooth Waves was innocent. Now, because we had plenty of reason to back that up and believe that Beware Sawtooth Waves was just a manipulating fraud who, but that's besides the point. Because I don't think I'm friends with him anymore after seeing this shit. This shit. Okay. I'm gonna begin watching the video. I'm going to react to it, but I'm gonna cut it up because this isn't supposed to be like our react video or anything. I'm gonna cut it up at the parts where I gotta critique him. I'm gonna make a full reaction thing. It's gonna be like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it down to like 10 minutes, I wanna say. So yeah. Alright, let's begin.
Welcome everybody.
Welcome.
First Studios official here. This is going to be the first of 2 videos responding to Tibbles Yorkie, the canine. This video was a long time in the making. I started it like a month ago. At first as a response
Ooh, a month, cool.
to her role in the El Money drama. But after I looked more into Tibbles, I saw a number of social media posts where she platforms herself as one of the activists in the latest wave of the dogmatic crusade against zoophilia. I've had issues with these activists for a while now, but I realized I'd never gathered all my thoughts on them in one place. That's going to be the goal of this video. I'm going to be arguing against 2 separate but related claims. First, that zoophilia is morally wrong, and next, that zoophilia should be illegal. Well, let's start with the first. A lot of anti-zoophiles think that raping an animal is morally wrong and makes you a...
That's because it is. Look, I gotta explain something to you and all of their zoophiles watching this. Animals cannot consent. They can't. They can't talk. That's why anthropomorphic animals are okay to, jerk away to. Because they can talk and have, consciousness. Animals in real life don't. Now, continue.
A bad person. And people have, of course, asked them, why is that any different than eating an animal? I'm not against people eating animals. The anti-zoophiles will reply that we have to eat animals for nutrition, and even if we didn't, vegan stuff would be more expensive. But what if this weren't true? Here's my main claim. Even if all humans had readily available 100% nutritious bland tofu, it wouldn't be wrong or immoral for a human to hunt and kill an ostrich, either because they like the taste of its meat or because they enjoy the thrill of the hunt. It turns out that this is all we need to deduce that zoophilia is not immoral. First of all,
you're going to use something that's natural, like humans eating animals. We've been doing that since the freaking caveman age, or before that, because we were freaking monkeys that ate both things. You're gonna use freaking eating meat to argue that claim? Really? Are you kidding me? Zoophilia is not a natural thing. Now you may say, oh, well, people argue the same thing for being gay, and that's because they're wrong, I'm right. Homosexuality, for example, it is between 2 adult consenting males, or females, or non-binary people, or whatever. Whereas, if you're fucking an animal, that's just no.
what would it mean for zoophilia to be moral? Well, in raping the animal, zoophiles put frivolous human sexual pleasure above the animal's sexual autonomy and well-being. So, to establish morality, we just need to see if we can deduce statement Z. Now, frivolous human tastes and sexual pleasures are both extra, unnecessary pleasures, so they should be roughly as important in whatever moral consideration you happen upon. Some may say that the sexual pleasure would come from the rape of the animal, while the taste pleasure would happen only as a
You
byproduct
know,
of
that's the
killing.
problem. You're literally
This would,
saying rape.
somehow, make satisfying sexual pleasure more cruel, because it is more direct.
Like other
These people would
other
say that
zoophiles
because
will
satisfying
argue.
sexual
Other zoophiles will argue. Well, actually, it's not rape. You're just straight up saying rape, bro. Like, so you're admitting that that it's okay to rape animals. That's what you're claiming here.
desire in this case is more cruel, it should be given less weight. I don't think emotional cruelty should factor into morality assessments at all, only the consequences of the actions.
That's
I'll
psychopathic,
explain this more on
bro.
proving my main
Or at
point.
least
Even if it
sociopathic.
did, I don't think doing something directly is any more cruel than doing it indirectly, since they have the same consequences. Besides, getting pleasure from the thrill of the hunt is taking direct pleasure in the death of the animal, and I don't think that's immoral either. This gives us Lemma 1.
Heck, you even making poor Sunburst. I feel so bad for Sunburst, by the way. I'm gonna tell him directly that you did this. He's gonna sue for defamation. You're making yourself look insane with that face. And again, the difference is that hunting is a natural thing. Animals hunt. Like how some animals, such as penguins, are gay. No animal fucks another animal that isn't them. I've never seen that. I think they fuck different species, but like, we would theoretically be able to fuck other species of humans if that was possible. And if there were other sapient animals, we could theoretically do that too. Because they would be sapient, they would be sentient, they would be able to consent. You get where I'm getting at, right?
From our main claim, we know it's fine to eat an ostrich to taste its meat or for the thrill of the hunt. This means it's not immoral to prioritize frivolous human taste or hunt pleasure over an animal's life, which gives us Lemma 2. Killing an animal for its taste is a bigger harm to the animal than raping it for pleasure would be. Some say that non-mutilative rape would somehow traumatize an animal so much that it would be worse than killing them. We know this isn't true, because animals who are raped don't become suicidal.
Bro, really? You are directly saying that it's okay to if you are trying to argue for zoophilia, like, you shouldn't, but if you are, then why are you using the word rape? Like, so you're admitting that you are defending non-consensual sex. That's what you're saying. Like, why does a human need a fucking animal? Why not just fuck another human? Or fuck an anthropomorphic animal, i.e. a furry in a fursuit or something like that. Or fuck some sort of sex doll or something if you're really that desperate. Like, you know, seriously, bro. Do you hear yourself?
Some dogs who are traumatized by owners might stop accepting food from other people, but this is because of fear and lack of trust in people. If you leave food in an empty room with them, they're gonna eat it, instead of starving themselves. All non-human species value reproduction first, then life, and then avoiding pain, in that order.
What about
without
asexuals?
barring self-sacrifice to save their young, there hasn't been a single documented case of pet animals.
Bro,
or
I do
wild
not
animals
always
with
think
suicide,
about sex.
especially not.
I don't
something
value
like
reproduction over
This gives us
life.
Lemma 3. From here, it's just a simple use of the transitive property. Linking lemmas 1, 2, and 3 gives us claim Z. But suppose you're not convinced that frivolous human pleasure of any kind should be placed above an animal's life. Which is to say, you don't agree with my main claim that we used to prove lemmas 1 and 2 in our zoophilia deduction. Tibbles was a vegan herself, before quitting it for both health and practicality reasons, so she would likely reject that too. Now, how could I prove that zoophilia is moral in a way that would convince a vegan? Say that, like the vegans, you don't believe you should inflict harm on animals or any
Okay, I'm gonna skip this part because I'm not interested in veganism at all. I don't care.
For a human's will, and any moral consideration, is to debase God's vision of humans as the natural rulers of Earth.
Oh, you're gonna use God as an example.
Tried to subvert this hierarchy.
There's some... I can't remember what quote it is, but in the Bible it says that zoophilia is wrong. Like, I know also people claim that it says being gay is wrong too, but that was a mistranslation. This isn't. It's not. So, don't use religion if I can... Now, you might be using some other religion, because I did skip over all that. You might be using something like, I don't know, Norse paganism or something like that. Then sure, whatever. I don't think... I've never watched a Marvel movie where Thor and Odin were talking about it, and Odin was like, Thor, it is your destiny. You need to shag a sheep. I don't remember that. Are they going to put that in Thor 5? Considering how Thor 4 was, I won't be surprised.
By leading angels in a revolt against God, naturally, he was sent to hell and Satan.
Don't need to be so dramatic, bro.
All sin in this universe comes from subversions of natural hierarchy. But even if you're a materialist, you can't deny there's a clear hierarchy in terms of cognitive capacity. Bacteria, plants, non-human animals, and then humans. I hate to say this, but sorry furries, we don't live in Zootopia. Lesser animals are not a part of human society. They
And
live
that's
their
why
whole
we
lives
shouldn't
in the
fuck
natural
them.
world, or in our simulations of it, like zoos. You can't put predator and prey on the same moral footing. Just by virtue of intelligence, humans can do things that animals can't, and experience richer lives than animals ever could. Besides, what kind of self-loathing society would we be if we put the needs of other species of lesser sentience on equal leveling to our own, or even ahead of our own pleasures? Human rights don't exist in the natural world, just in human society. If you want proof, tell an ocean about your right to live as it's drowning you. We make for ourselves human rights because it helps our society run more smoothly and more stably. This makes the human experience all around better.
Are you just straight up becoming an edgelord?
Basic rights that we afford to humans to a smoother societal function.
This doesn't
like the right to
excuse
life,
zoophilia at all.
And you mindlessly copy-paste those on the animals, you lose the reasons why we made up those rights in the first place. To make a better experience for humans and human society. And this is why I believe that any reasonable definition of morally wrong can only take into account negative consequences caused to other humans. So that settles the morality of zoophilia. It's moral. But now for the next claim. Should zoophilia be illegal? Some people think that violently hunting or having sex with an animal would reinforce violent or sexual psychological habits that would carry over into more violent or sexual
What's Wong
actions
doing
of
there?
real humans.
Hello, Wong.
These people
How are you
think
doing,
that
Wong?
outline or
That
create
looks exactly
social
like
taboos
Wong.
against these actions.
Oh no, no way you are comparing these two. No fucking way, bro. Video games aren't real. They're not real. Which is why it's okay to frickin' do crazy ass shit in video games. Like, I mean, like, there's a Spider-Man game. You can't become Spider-Man in real life. Call of Duty isn't real. I mean, it's based off real events, but it's not... Well, it was, and they kind of started making up shit instead of doing real wars. Side note, Call of Duty, you need to make a game based around ISIS. Like, where you fight as the United States and you fight against ISIS. That'd be awesome. But I'm getting off track. Video games aren't real. That's why that... The idea that video games cause violence is stupid. Banning zoophilia isn't stupid. Because it can. Because it's real. You can actually... It's for the same reason why child sexual abuse material is illegal as well. Because by making it legal, pedophiles win. So by making zoophilia legal, the zoophiles win, and raping animals is going to be normalized in society thanks to that. Which is why it's illegal to take action against it. Right?
Pose the carryover effects from the proxies to other actual humans. We reinforce.
In fact, honestly, I think I should just end the video here. Because I think this is enough argument as to what is going on. So basically, he argues that, well, it's not immoral because life doesn't actually have a moral compass, and, eating meat is okay. So why wouldn't fucking meat be okay? And it's just, no, those two things aren't correlated at all. There are genuine reasons why zoophilia is illegal. Like, let's take a look at France, for example. During the French Revolution, that thing that people celebrate even though it led to the deaths of millions of people, there was one good thing to come out of that revolution, and that's the legalization of homosexuality in France. However, it also coincided with zoophilia as well. And the same exact thing happened in the United States, where we used to have, a law that said no anal sex with anything, and not just humans. And we removed that law, but then we had the problem of having zoophilia be illegal in all 50 states. Of course, we repealed the zoophilia part, and not the gay part. Because, well, we gotta be... because homophobia is bad. Alright. So, in conclusion, you are not a safe individual to be around. I'm gonna give you a message on Discord. I'm gonna leave your server. I'm gonna leave your group chat that I never really talk in anyway. I'm going to unfriend you. And, this is goodbye, friend. Sorry, I'm gonna unsubscribe to your channel too. I already disliked your video. I'm unsubscribing now. I gotta go somewhere. So, 2 liked. Are you shitting me? Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Subscribe for better videos than this. I should be making my Rainbow Rocks review soon. Goodbye.